Well, honestly, if you're itemizing your returns right now, that means you're not taking the standard deduction. It is worth going to a tax professional just because, well, major things are happening. I'll be honest, we are about to head to the printer because we're going to print off all of this, 292 pages. That's just this year's tax code. And no, I'm not kidding, 292 pages this thing, but we jammed up the printer and it didn't want to print because it's too big of a file, so we can't show you just how large it is. But I think that kind of, actually, hey, look at that. We started printing this about 2 minutes ago, and now you're seeing it finally figured out how big the file is, and it's coming out the printer on the other end. I think that kind of speaks volumes of what we're dealing with here. So let me show you some examples of changes that are coming our way right now. For years, moving expense have been a big deduction if you move more than 50 miles for a job, a niche deduction, but substantial for those of us doing it. There's still an exception for the military. The rest of us, no more. Here's another disappearing break, unreimbursed employee expenses. In the past, if you're buying things for work and don't get money back from your employer, you could claim it on your taxes. No more. Starting this year, you'll want to be hyper vigilant about getting that money back from your work. You used to be able to deduct things like career services, driving for interviews, your union dues. That's going away too after this round of taxes. But there are some good news items here. As tax experts note, the standard deduction is nearly doubling, meaning now the question may be, if you were using some of all these things, do you even need to be tracking this stuff anymore?
I think the average person will do better under this tax law. For a lot of reasons, and I think if nothing more, when you don't have to save receipts, you don't have to do all this stuff, and filing your tax return is easy, I think that's a benefit. So I think most people will benefit from this tax law.
So here we are, still working to print. It looks like we might have actually just ran out of paper, in fact. So tax code, very, very big. You shouldn't just be thinking about April 17th, the deadline this year. You need to be thinking about it throughout the year, because these are the things that are going to be affecting you for 12 months, not just one date throughout the calendar. For now, we're live in the newsroom. Matthew Smith, 7 Action News.
All right, thanks, Matt. I'm still having a problem with this year's taxes, but I'll keep that in mind.
We have so much to think about. All right.